People, and welcome back to another segment of nothing but bangers in the kitchen. Y'all, I'll just be making stuff up. But listen, tonight we are going to do something quick, simple, easy, and ultimately just delicious, period. We're going to be making a Philly cheesesteak Alfredo. You guys, this is just so easy, and it's really good. I see a lot of people using jar sauce, which is nothing wrong with jar sauce. But when I show you this recipe to make this sauce from scratch, you're not going to want to use a jar sauce anymore because number one, it's cheaper. Number two, it's healthier. And why would you not want to be healthier? It's 2020. Like, come on, y'all. We got to pull it together. And it just tastes better. Fresh ingredients are always better. So, you guys, what I'm going to do is start off with our steak because that takes the longest to cook. While I'm cooking the steak, I'm obviously going to have my noodles in. You can use any type of noodles you want, but I'm going to use linguine noodles. I use fettuccine sometimes. I use penne pasta. I really like bow tie pasta. But tonight we're just going to go ahead with a linguine. I have mozzarella cheese. You're more than welcome to use a mozzarella provolone blend, which is what I should have did. But for some odd reason, I just chose not to. I have half and half here. You're more than welcome to use heavy cream if you like. But I don't like my sauce very thick, so I like to go half and half. It just gives it a smoother texture, being as though I'm going to also use some cream cheese, as you guys see I have over here. I have a pepper and onion stir fry, you guys. I just magically found this in the store yesterday at my good old ShopRite. Because it's cheaper than buying a regular onion and pepper. I know I should use fresh ingredients after I was just a hypocrite telling you about fresh ingredients, but oh well. Fresh and frozen are almost the same thing. I have some pepper steak right here, some salt, Parmesan cheese, onion powder, garlic powder, because you know you can't do one without the other, pepper, and I'm going to use a little butter just to saute my steak down. So you guys, I'm going to basically get this going. Let's get started. And I'm just going to move that around, just around the pan, and let that melt down. And we're going to throw our steak right on in there. So y'all, our butter is pretty much melted as we want it to be. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my steak and toss that right on in there. And you don't have to worry about seasoning it because we're going to season it as we go. So what you want to do is just make sure you get your steak basically cooked first. And you want to add your steak before you add in your vegetables because the vegetables will cook a lot faster. So we're just going to let that cook down. Maybe about a couple minutes, you guys, give or take, whenever it turns brown. Alright, so the steak is coming together well, and all we're going to do is add in our onions and peppers, however much you want, y'all. There's no right or wrong amount. So whatever you like is however much you add. Alright. Got that in, and we're just going to let that cook down. I'm also going to add in a little garlic to this. Not too much, y'all, just a taste. Just a taste. And we're going to let all this marinate. Turn your fire down low and let this marinate while your noodles are cooking. It smells good in here, y'all. Alright guys, so we have our butter melted and we're going to go in with our flour and we're just going to whisk that on in. You want to move a little fast because you don't want this to stick to the bottom of your pan. Just pretty much until you get that type of texture right there. That's what you're looking for. And once you get there, you're just going to slowly add in your cream, excuse me. So we're going to slowly pour some in, and you're going to whisk, and you're going to keep slowly pouring and slowly whisking. So once you get that in, you make sure you whisk really good, you guys. There can't be any clumps in your cream. So you keep whisking your flour. And once you start getting the lumps out, you can slowly add more. All right, this is coming along, so I'm going to add a little more, you guys. And make sure your heat is consistent. Keep this on a medium heat. So slowly keep adding your cream. And once your lumps are out, you can add in your cream cheese, you guys. And you want to go about maybe 1.5 cups you can do. It depends on how much Alfredo you're doing. But about 1.5 cups will be good. As you can see, there's no more lumps. So I'm going to add some cream cheese to this, y'all. 4 ounces of cream cheese, and we're just going to whisk this all in. You have to give it a chance to melt, but you can still whisk slowly. So as the cream cheese melts down, your sauce will definitely thicken. And while your sauce is thickening, you're more than welcome at this point to add more cream, which is what I'm going to do. Just going to add a little bit more cream. And just let this work its magic. Alright, y'all, so this is the consistency that we're looking for. As you can see, this is a really thick, creamy, delicious sauce. And I'm just going to start adding in our seasonings, which is a little Parmesan cheese. And you could put a little or as much as you like. I like to put a lot. So a little Parmesan. And as I said, we're going to season our actual sauce. So we're going to go in with a little salt. And I would say maybe a few dashes. You don't need much. Just go to taste with that. A little fresh ground pepper. And it's always good to use fresh cracked pepper with Alfredo. It just gives it a better taste. Alright. Obviously a little garlic powder. And I actually put garlic in here as well, you guys, off camera. And we're going to go in with a little onion powder. Tie it all together. Alright. And we're just going to give this a good stir, a good whirl. You guys, you see how thick and creamy this is? Look at this. And that's all she wrote. This is all you need for a homemade Alfredo sauce. Pretty much good to go. Look at this, y'all. Creamy Alfredo. I'm going to get my noodles going. Let this simmer on low a little bit longer. And that's pretty much all she wrote. Alright, party people, our final step is finally complete. Our noodles are pretty much al dente, and you don't want them to get too soggy because that's just gross. So we're going to turn these off, drain the water, and throw this Alfredo together. Quick, simple, easy, to the point. Told y'all. Alright, now that our noodles are drained, we're just going to add in our sauce, and we're going to stir it in. Very simple, very easy, you guys. Just pour it right on over. Alright. And we're just going to mix this right on in. And you see this? You don't even need a jar, you guys. It's creamy, it's rich, and it's already delicious. Now I'm just going to let that get a good little setting, marinate all together, and we'll plate it. Alright, you guys, we have our finished product. And what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to actually take a little bit of extra cheese, sprinkle that right on top, and let that melt in. And just a little parsley flakes for decoration, nothing special. Just to add that little, you know, extra shebang to it. And there you have it, y'all. Philly cheesesteak Alfredo. How amazing does this look? Who wants to dive in?
I'm a skeet all the nigga come catch me. And that's my bestie, my bestie, my best friend. Go best friend.